It's no secret that Andrew Tate is a very captivating, charismatic, and polarizing figure. And over the years, it's not hard to see why a lot of young men like myself looked up to him in different ways. He's tall, he's in good shape, he's rich, he has a lot of cars, and as many people have put, he has encapsulated a 14-year-old's idea of masculinity. And I don't think many people dispute that he is a very, very gifted communicator. He's very good at talking, and a lot of people are very attracted to that and really believe whatever someone who's very good at talking says. But there are some inconsistencies in his character, and we're going to go over them today. This video is not going to be judging Andrew Tate or hating him blindly. It is more going to be pointing out the inconsistencies in his character and his persona, and pointing out why looking up to figures like Andrew Tate is just not a good idea, and we're going to tie it up with a nice little moral at the end. So stick around. This is Andrew Tate, Confidence versus Credibility. So the first area of Andrew Tate's life that we are going to discuss is his faith, which is currently Islam. This should go well. Based on public records, Andrew Tate was raised in a Christian environment and became an atheist as an adult. In early 2022, he dove back into his Christian faith, and around October of 2022, he converted to Islam. And from what I've seen since then, with his general behavior, way of speaking, and his reason for converting to Islam, it doesn't seem very sincere or genuine, and even Muslims seem to be feeling this way as well.
Big alarm bells. Big alarm bells. And Andrew Tate always says, Islam is intolerant, Islam is intolerant. Be ready for the intolerance. This is the intolerance that we're showing you now. You bigged up Islam for its intolerance. This is the Muslims are showing you the intolerance. So Andrew, I know you're going to watch this video. I know you're going to watch this video, by the way. Do you not think I'm going to die one day? All this fun and this, etc. If you genuinely believed, like, I'm not saying you don't have a belief in Islam, but like Allah says in the Quran to the Bedouins, you've become a Muslim. Don't say Iman has entered your heart yet.
Years you'd have time to get a space.
No, I have no fancy clothes. They're all gone now. You don't realize how.
You're not even fasting in Ramadan. Do the basics, bro. At least if you're going to do that, at least hide it. You're publicly doing it.
Islam is this is beautiful, da. When you came out of prison, mashallah, there was physically a humility with you. Yeah. But now you've decided not to follow up, and you've gone all the way back. So it's Ramadan.
Well, it shows you also that it's like when you needed Allah and he was there, but as soon as he came out...
The ayat in the Quran, when they stranded in the sea, they say, oh God, please deliver us to the shore. And then when Allah delivers them on the shore, they go back to what they were doing.
That's it.
It's Ramadan, and I'm not even trying to be the haram police here, but it's Ramadan, and
I'm the haram police.
Wallah, and you're in the club?
Yeah.
Andrew Tate was spotted gambling during Ramadan. I used to be one of the biggest supporters of Andrew Tate, but it looks like he's too weak for Islam. Gambling is one of the biggest sins in Islam, especially during Ramadan. Not just that, there's a Bud Light right beside him. May Allah guide him to the right path.
Now, I am not at all standing here and claiming that people of faith never sin, never fall short of God. We definitely do. But I think when you are someone like Andrew Tate, who claims to have converted to Islam because it is the last true religion, while stating that you don't believe in motivation and that you are pretty much the most disciplined man on the planet, while then being spotted at a club and smoking cigars during Ramadan, from my perspective, it just seems that Andrew Tate's conversion to Islam seems performative in every way. The next area of Andrew Tate's life we will be discussing is fighting. Now, is Andrew Tate a professional fighter? Well, depending on who you ask, you could get many different answers to that question. A big part of Andrew Tate's brand was that he is this badass, world-class, professional kickboxer who could pretty much smite any man that dared to cross his path. And to a lot of young men, that seemed to be one of the key facts that gave so much credibility to his disciplined lifestyle. But when you really dive into his kickboxing record and who he was fighting, it's kinda not as believable. Check this out.
We first need to look at the organizations that Andrew Tate fought under to win these titles. And 3 of them were the International Karate Association, which was an organization established to create like a title around a karate/kickboxing rule set. And from watching a couple of his fights, I will say, does it look like Andrew Tate has spent time kickboxing? Absolutely. Yeah, it definitely does. Was he one of the best in the world? Well, that's where things get a little complicated. You see, that organization, as well as Infusion, which he also won a title for, these are not world-class organizations. They are legitimate and they are respected, but for the most part, they've been like historically seen as feeder organizations into more well-established places like K1 or Pride, and not of a global standard. How can I prove that? Well, let's take a little look at some of the people Andrew Tate was fighting in his matches with these organizations. Take someone like Too Hot, Scott Gibson. His only fight, Andrew Tate, who he beat. Okay, that's a little unusual, but it's not that unusual. Luke Sainz, also Andrew Tate, also beaten. So take someone like Lee Whitfield. His only fight, Andrew Tate. Someone like Ollie Green, Andrew Tate. Paul Randall, Andrew Tate. Adnan Omeragic, 4 fights, 3 losses. And you can see the exact same in Lulian, who again, 4 fights, 3 losses. Jean-Luc Benoit, 3 fights, 1 win, 2 losses, all to Andrew Tate. And it just keeps going like this. This person actually does have like some significant wins, but Andrew Tate was his second fight, or his first fight ever. And a lot of these guys have so many losses, you kind of have to wonder why they're even fighting in the first place.
And then there's the fight with Chase Demore. Another Chase. Lovely. Now, I'm fully blind, so I cannot watch the fight between Andrew Tate and Chase Demore and give my thoughts on either of their fighting abilities, but from everything I've seen online, a lot of people are saying it looked very amateur, like 2 drunk guys in the street, or like they're underwater. And granted, it was kickboxing, not boxing, but even still, everyone thought Andrew Tate was going to win this fight, including the commentators.
Nobody in this arena believes in the champion, but the only person's opinion that matters is his, as he dares to take out the Cobra.
When Andrew Tate went on to gas out in the second round of his fight against Chase Demore, and then ultimately losing, his credibility as this world-class, disciplined fighter kind of vanished for a lot of people.
Everybody always says, if you tried your best, that's all that matters. The best is all you can do. If you tried your best, it doesn't matter what happens. It doesn't matter if you lose if you tried your best. Most people have heard that before. But there is a secret to the universe that most don't know. If you actually try your best, you can't lose. Not pretend to try your best, not try your best 90% of the time, not try your best with excuses. If you genuinely try your best all of the time, all day, every day, it's impossible to lose. So when people say, if you tried your best, it's okay to lose, that is a logic fail. Because if you lost, you didn't try your best in the first place. If you actually try your best, it is impossible to fail in this life.
You had to put it all out there. You didn't give up. Talk to us about what it feels like to be back here.
Yeah, I'm 10 years out, 4 years old. Gave it my all, but he's tough. I don't know what to say. He's really tough. Congratulations to him.
Do you think we'll be able to see you in here again?
Yeah, I'm going to have to go back, watch the fight, make a decision, but Chase deserves this win. I'm really happy for him, genuinely.
Do you have a message to all the fans back home that are watching you?
It's better to try and lose than not try at all.
The next area of Andrew Tate's life I unfortunately will be mentioning is crypto. Now, Andrew Tate has a variety of crypto endeavors, and CoffeeZilla made an amazing video on going over them all and pointing out the flaws and pretty much scams in all of them. So I'm just going to have him take the floor.
Tate claims that he doesn't hold coins, he doesn't endorse coins, and he makes zero money. That is until other crypto promoters got tired of his grift and called him out for doing the same paid promotions they were doing. But you don't have to believe that guy. You can also look at the time Tate got exposed for trying to get Barron Trump to let him buy Donald Trump tokens at a lower price. In exchange, he'd pump it. So much for not owning coins, I guess. That was brought to my attention by Zach XBT, who also pointed out that Tate promoted something called Venom Blockchain. His brother talked about it on a live stream.
Bitcoin, ETH, exciting stuff like Venom Network.
And of course, that price is down as well. Tate also promoted F Madonna token. And of course, that ended badly too. This stuff is such garbage. Here's another one of Tate's coins, which is down over 90% as well. Or you can look at this coin, Daddy token. You know, which makes sense given that Tate is sick of crypto being infantile, childish, and degenerate. And that's just the start of it. That's just the sludge you have to walk through to get to the main token. The main project Tate keeps promising, which is real world token. All of those others, if you want to believe Tate, were just promotions. Tate claims that this is the coin he's actually behind, and it's tied to his paid course. It used to be called Hustlers University. Now it's called The Real World. Now, this has always kind of been the biggest part of Tate's businesses, this get-rich-quick scheme. But the problem with monthly subscriptions is, of course, that people drop out. They leave. And so the Tates have always tried tactics to get people to stay. Like they've said, Hustlers University was closing. It's almost full.
We do have a cap. So anyone who quits or leaves at any time, if the cap is reached while you're not subscribed, you're not getting in. Don't give a shit.
That's it. We're closing.
We're closing.
But now the new angle is this real-world token. Tate is promising a crypto airdrop to people who subscribe and stay subscribed to his monthly get-rich-quick course.
It's also very important for you people who think you can join for a month and quit the real world and just go back to being a nobody. No. You have to stay inside to increase your rank, to get your power level. Because if you quit and then you rejoin, you lose all your power points. So why would you lose all your power points to save $49? It doesn't even make sense.
Okay, so Tate's new plan is that you buy a get-rich-quick course, gain power points, you have to stay subscribed to keep your power points, and then they say they will pay you a percentage that their school makes.
The goal is that you can buy the token and own a percentage of the school. So imagine you sign up for the real world, you start to make money, you focus on your tasks, then you can invest that money in the real world token and get paid every single month a monthly dividend from the profits of the school.
All right. I think I get it. So you got the people at the bottom, they're paying up into the course, into the school. Then you got the people higher with higher power levels. They're making money from people at the bottom with the coin. And then all that money flows up. It's just kind of this nice little pyramid scheme.
I think when you take into account that Andrew Tate started on reality TV, then it kind of tells you a lot about where his future career would lead him. In my eyes, it is just purely performative. It is performative. He does everything to aid his image, and there's a lot that we don't see about Andrew in a lot of ways. And I think the main issue with Andrew Tate and a lot of other influencers, and the main point of this video, is that we don't see what they don't want us to see. A lot of their behavior is hidden behind their image, their persona, their manifestation of how they want to be perceived. So my moral of the story, look up to people in your own personal real life. Do not idolize influencers. Do not idolize YouTubers or people you see online that you haven't met in the real world. Because people hide, people lie, people will say anything to be famous. And I think Andrew Tate is a classic example of that. Also, on a side note, as a Christian, he said one of the main reasons he left Christianity is that you can mock Jesus publicly in the street. And yes, you can, and probably nothing will happen to you. But the idea that Christians should punch someone in the face or assault someone if they mock Jesus just doesn't add up in the whole idea behind Jesus and who he was and how he lived at all. So it makes me think, did Andrew ever actually read the Bible? I think of when Jesus is being arrested, and when he is about to be arrested, Peter draws a sword and slices off the ear, and Jesus tells him to put his sword away and heals the man wounded on the ground. I mean, did he read this at all? Anyway, let's open a discussion in the comment section below. Let me know what you thought, and I'll see you next time.